All right, now the last part of the pre-unit assignment is to look at the pre-unit discussion board. So as you can see, there is a part 1 deadline and a part 2 deadline. So the part 1 is the initial post. That's your post that you're going to put on the discussion board. And then part 2 is you have to go back and do the student replies. So I'd like to give you a little bit more time for that, just in case people are posting at the very last minute for part 1. You can wait until the next day if you need to, and then go back and do part 2. Okay, and if you'll notice for the initial post, it does stay open after the initial deadline, but let's say you post at 12:30, 1 a.m., 5 a.m., not until the next morning or afternoon. The assignment will still be open for you to post, but there will be a 5-point automatic deduction because we have to be fair to other students who are waiting to read your work and respond to it. And then once this part 2 deadline closes, then I cannot go back and reopen an assignment. I have over 200 students at any given time, and I have to be fair to everyone. So once the assignment closes, there is no going back. So click on the pre-unit discussion board. Okay, here is the prompt. So usually there'll be several sections that you'll want to answer. So what I recommend is open up a Word document and set up your paper, and you're answering each of these different sections. So here is a sample, and here's how I would set it up with a title. You'll notice I put my sections in bold, and then you want to write 1 to 2 fully developed paragraphs. And make sure you're answering those questions. You don't have to answer each one of them individually, but more of answering them in a kind of paragraph format. You're kind of synthesizing the information, okay? And then that way you save the document, and that way if something happens you have a copy of it, you're not losing your work at the last minute. I can't tell you how many times that happens to a student. And unfortunately, the only way to do that is to use keyboard commands, okay? And I've actually written them here. So you click on the pre-unit discussion board, and it will open up, and you're going to click on the Create Thread button right here. Once you do that, then you are going to put a title. Okay, and I would put just something simple like pre-unit icebreaker. Okay, and then you're going to go to your Word document. You're going to use keyboard command. So you're going to hold down the Control key and the letter A to select all. Then you'll hold down the Control button and C to copy. You'll go back to your discussion board. You'll click here and you'll hit Control V to paste. And it should paste, and there you go. So you have your copy there. All right. Then you want to make sure you hit the submit button, not the save draft, but submit. And once you do that, then you will be able to see other students' postings. Okay. So I'm going to show you what to do once you see a student's post. So we have here a sample of a student's posting. I've kind of blurred it out to kind of protect them. And you'll want to click on the reply button when you read a student's post. Okay, so you'll read their posting, then you will type your response. Remember, 1 to 2 fully developed paragraphs to their response. Do more than say things like, oh, I like it, or good job, or, you know, that was awesome. Be very specific. Find specific things in their initial post that you're reacting to, like, oh, I had no idea this was your background, or that's a really interesting quote you included, and then elaborate from there. And then same thing, you'll want to hit the submit button, not the save draft, but submit, and you want to make sure you do this 3 times, so you should have a total of 4 posts. You'll have your initial post, and then the 3 student replies, and you want to make sure that you take a look at this section on how discussion boards are graded so that you will know exactly how much each of these assignments are worth, and if you lose points, why that may have happened to you. Okay, so once you've done both of those assignments, then you are ready to proceed to Unit 1. This gives you a better sense of kind of the format of the class, and again, you figure out how to work out problems and kinks. And again, if you have any questions, you have any concerns, please feel free to email me or text me through the Remind app, and I'm always here to help you as best I can. And I look forward to reading your writings. Thank you.